Now after the scroll view, we will go for the menus, how we can add menus in our application. So we will try to cover the menus, how we can add menus in the page. So how we can do that? When we want to add the menus in an application, and on the left hand side there is a RES folder in which we have the layouts, all the content, all the values where we are storing it, that all are residing inside the RES folder. When you right click on the RES folder, there is an option of new. Under the new drop down, there is a Android resource directory. In this, when you click on that directory, it shows you the resource type, which type of resource you want to add. I said I want menus, so menus are added. Now when I click on there, it automatically create the menus under the layout. Now under the menus, I want to add the file. Again, right click on the menu folder. In the previous example, we right click on the RES folder. First we will create a new folder, that is menu, and under the menu folder we will create a menu resource file, which means I want to add some file, XML file of a menu. So the name, if you want to give anything, you can give. So I want to give with the value that is the menu _1. Okay. As I click on OK, under the category of folder of menu, it has created menu _1.xml file. Under this XML file, there are the 5 to 6 options. 6 options plenty inside the menu layout, the layout of the menu. So if you want to add let's see how it look like. See here, this is the application, the title of the application. Now I want to add the menu. We have two options. Either you directly click on the text folder, that is the XML file, and write the code. If you are the beginners, just click on the design part and use drop down. When I use drop down, see here, it automatically shows you the first list. The 3 small points are there. When you click on that point, it shows you the first priority list. If you want to add one more item, you can add that by using drag and drop. So this is, you know, that how you can use by using drag and drop. Now I will show you how can you use by the code. These 2 items are added. When you click this item, copy it and paste here. I have pasted here. The 3 items are added. I want to change the title. This is the item 1. This is item 2 and 3. If I want to change its name on the layout part, the third I have not changed, only 2 changed. See here, it affects there that item 1 and 2 is changed. Now if you want to use by using the attributes, click there. When you click there, or you can click in the component trees, go in under the attributes. Here is the title. You can write here the 3. So As you type there, it shows you the effect of the change in your application. So 3 items are designed. So there are some attributes, properties that you have to change it. So always provide the ID. I'm giving the item 1 the ID, that is I1. To I2 I am giving I2. For the I3 it's a I3. So it means if I want to use something to link these items, so I can call that IDs. Just see in the text in the XML file, it has created another property, that is Android ID this 1 2 3. So whatever you change there in the attributes, it affects on the backend file of the XML. The next step is, if I want the item 1 on the top of the label, inside the label, so what you can do, show as action. There is a attribute that is show as action. When you click on the flag sign, you say always or if room, it moved this item 1 to the top. See here, it moved it on the top. Now if you want the name, then you can give the name. If you want, instead of the name, you want to use some icon, I want to use some icon for it. Let's see, there are some icons which are by default given to us by the Android, or you can also use your own icons. Suppose I want to use some star, this one. So star is there. When I click on the star, it will show whatever I want to do. Okay. So there is another option, that is a listing menu. So 2 are added. If you want that item 2 should be on the top of the, you want the item 3, then item 2, what you can do, you have to select one more thing, that is under the all categories, there is an option of order in category, which means the priority you want to set. The minimum priority is on the top of the list. Suppose I want to give the item to the, suppose 34. Then for the item 3, if the item 3 is 34, then item 2 should be 35. This is 34, so item 3 will be 33, because I want the item 3 before the item 2. So it automatically reset it accordingly. If you don't want to give, it will by default set accordingly as you have entered the items. So let's see the text file. See here, it has added some attributes that you have inserted inside the layout attributes. It is added. Now if I want, under the category of item 2, I want further more items inside the item 2. It means under the item 2. So what you can do there is a 5th option, that is menu. When you put this drag and drop here, it will automatically affect that. So let's see in the text file. See here where it is added. Know where it is added. Put there. See here, after the item 3, it is added the menu, which means I have added after this. So this is here. I want under, it should be inside the item. Like here, you can do this with many ways. Close this. I don't want to close the items, I want the closed item after the menu. Then now I want what I want under the menus. I want to add suppose 2 items. So I am just adding, copying the same code of the items that are above the code. So ID, you have to give the unique ID. So here we did not have the priority. If you want to set the order, you can also do that. So under 2 category, again I want the item 1 and copy this code and paste after that, which means under the menu I have entered the 2 items again. So red lines means there is some error, which is it's not allow you to with the same name IDs, so it should be unique. Then so see is there is any red mark? No. So everything is completed. So see here, this item is closed here, this item is closed here, this menu. If I want to, it means this menu, right? So here is, you should not close with it. I want so you should know how you can write this. So menu, items, menu closed, then items. Let's see in the design part. Under the third one, it has created 2 more items. So it's done. How you can add the menus. But if you want in the effect should be on the main screen, what you have to do is go inside the main activity.java file. Now I want the effect should be, that effect should be on the main file, main application file. When you click on the control key and press parallelly the O, which shows you the overridden methods, all the overridden methods to you, that which type of method you want to use. So I have added the options. So what I will do, I will find the on create option menu, on create option menu, this one, on create option menu. When you click on the OK button, it automatically creates the method, overridden method here. What does it mean? It means I want to flatter the items, show that items, it is true, which means when this effect it returns you the true. So I am just typing the method, which is get menu inflator, fetching the inflat function. Inside that I am saying just get the files from the r.java file. In the r.java file, what it will do, it will go inside the menu folder, menu, then under the menu there is a file which is menu1.xml file. Now I put the address of it and then I pass that variable, the object menu for the function. Done. So now what it will do, it will show you when you run this program, it will show you your menus with the application, which it will bind both the screens with it. But this is not, when I try to click on the here, it will not affect that, it shows you some, connect you with some other page. If I want to do that, we have to use for that there is a different concept to use the action for that. So intents are used for that. Here we will not do that. I just want, when I click something, it will show me some effect for the text, or it will show you the toast method. So for that, what you have to do is, again, enter Ctrl O. We have added the menus. After that we will use the intent, but in this lesson, in this video, we will not discuss about the intent, just to show you what affects when you click on the button. So for that we have to use the method on option select. When I will select the option select, item selected. When I selected this option, now I want that this will return you the true. Here it is similar method as we used in the buttons. So what you have to do is just call the switch function. Pass the switch function so that it will fetch switch. It will fetch the items. It will fetch the item, the ID of the items, as I gave the name of the items now in the previous, when I designed the layout, I gave the items with their unique IDs. So here what it will do, you have to do is just to say the item dot get item ID, and say when the case 1, that is your first ID is selected, I want the item dot get item ID. For that I have selected the case which is inside the r dot ID. ID dot, I don't know, the ID was the I1. Okay, I1. When I select the I1, it shows you some, suppose I am using the toast method, that it will show you some text. And say hello. Then show that I want this in a I want its length, suppose I want short dot show, which means when it blinks up to that strength, it will show you for the short time period. So first case is, I have missed here the base. The first case is ready. Now I am breaking it. So same, I am copying this for the other items. I need 3 cases where I used I2, I3, hello. This is item 2, this is item 3. This is just a text message on the screen which will show you that when you select it, this is the, when you click on the first item, does it mean? It means when you click on this item, it will tell you that you have selected item 2, selected 3. So this is we have done with the topic of menus. So you can run this program. It will show you how we can use the menus inside the application.